Just going to read a poem that called Breakage by Mary Oliver. And I just think it sort of relates a little bit to what we're going through at the moment. I go down to the edge of the sea, how everything shines in the morning light. The cusp of the whelk, the broken cupboard of the clam, the opened blue mussels, moon snails, pale pink and barnacle scarred, and nothing at all whole or shut, but tattered, split, dropped by the gulls onto the grey rocks and all the moisture gone. It's like a schoolhouse of little words, thousands of words. First, you figure out what each one means by itself. The jingle, the periwinkle, the scallop full of moonlight. Then you begin, slowly, to read the whole story. We have to transport ourselves to an English beach to have English shells. Or American, I'm not sure where she's from, actually. Maybe we need an Australian Mary Oliver. But it also relates to our yoga practice, and especially when we get aches and pains, things like that. It's like we just need to sort of break things down, understand small bits, and put them back together again. It's breathing out until you're completely empty. Letting the inner corner of the eye descend. Letting the outer corner of the eye slide down towards the temple. Let the abdomen soften out as you breathe out, like it's kind of scooping out. Just let the brain also quiet and soften. Keep toes together, knees apart, and going forward. You just get the effects without having to, it doesn't matter if your hamstrings are tight, or you can just immediately get all the benefits of the kidneys softening, the adrenal glands softening, the mind starting to quieten. And then sitting up and moving your bolster in line with your right knee, and turning and going out over the right. That's it. Breathe into the rim of the pelvis. Full breath in, full breath out. Sit the thigh bones down towards the shins. And turn the waist. So spread like you draw that line down along the spine, and then spread the right side of the waist out to the right. And come up and move the bolster in line with the other knee. Go forward. That's it. Breathing out till you're completely empty. Feel the breath in the back. So as you breathe in, the two sides of the back spread away from each other, making space. We always need to spread horizontally before we can spread lengthwise. So spreading the back ribs away from the spine. And then opening, lengthening the spine and opening the ribs away from each other so you make space between them, the intercostal muscles opening. So you can do that with your breath by breathing in from the, opening up from the inside out and softening the back. This is also great if you do find, if you're experiencing anxiety, which can creep up on us for all kinds of reasons. Often it's the diaphragm gets tight. So if we can just sort of deal with the physical and let the diaphragm soften, sometimes then, that will treat the anxiety. So this going forwards like this helps to open the back of the diaphragm, as well as to soften the adrenals. So if we get a bit overstimulated, over-adrenalized, it's good to smooth it all out again with the forward bends. And then just bring your bolster back into the center and do dog pose with your head resting on the bolster, so you can add a blanket if you need the extra height. And open the feet like we've been doing, inner heel back off the base of the big toe. Hips back off the hands. And keep the breath flowing. Full breath in, full breath out. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Just hang forward in Uttanasana, or have your hands on your legs going, keep the back straight. And then slowly curling up. We'll sit down, coming up to go down, and do some umming. Just turn to face this way. We can practice harmonizing. We've got enough people to make a beautiful Om sound all together. Lift up into the top chest. So just when we go with the Om, it's just kind of let it vibrate up out of you, but don't be too attached to your own particular sound. It's like you set the sound out there, and then it's looking for all the other sounds to try to make a vibration all together. Lift up your chest, Bill. Yes, press the whole of the hand together. So Bill, press the fingers together too. So the base of the fingers press and lift your chest. Now stay lifted. You can also use this time to set an intention for yourself, like planting a seed, or an intention for your yoga practice or for your life. Full breath in and all together. Oh. And quietly bow your head to your hands and drop your hands to your lap. Very good, well done. And now lying down with for a leg stretch, so a belt. Lying down on your back and just starting with both legs straight, both feet into the wall. Use your bolster to the right side to support the leg. Even if you don't usually use it, just use it now to help with the softening. So feet into the wall. Back thighs softening down towards the floor. And lower back wide and lengthening towards the feet. Back ribs, spread them away from the spine and extend them towards the head. So you're kind of as wide as you can be and as long as you can be. And then keeping the left buttock bone down, the left thigh down, bend the right knee into your chest. Keep softening the left buttock bone down towards the floor. Take your belt to your foot and straighten up the right leg. And circularize both heels there, so like a horseshoe, going from the inner heel round the back of the heel to the outer heel. Backs of the calves spreading from inside to out, and the tops of the thighs moving, the thigh bones moving to the backs of the thighs. Just keep your throat soft, keep your breath deep and soft. So you're really breathing your way through, using your breath to integrate your mind and your body. And then both sides of the belt in the right hand. Take the leg out to the right. Still the left buttock stays on the ground and the left inner thigh stays on the ground. And then bring your leg up, change hands, take your leg across your body. Keep softening the inner left thigh, the inner left buttock bone down to the ground. Lift the sides of the navel up away from the legs. And then change, put your support onto the other side. Inner right thigh towards the floor, right buttock bone towards the floor. Keep that there as you bend the left knee. And then straightening your left leg. Keep your throat soft, soften the throat. And both sides of the belt in the left hand, inner right thigh down, right buttock down, and take the left leg out to the left without disturbing the right. Just notice if the right thigh lifts off the ground, keep trying to work it down towards the ground. Press the thigh bone down, soften the bottom of the buttock down towards the floor. And then bring the leg up, change hands, and take your leg across your body. Tops of the thighs away from the head. Lengthen the sides of the navel towards the head. Lift the sternum and lengthen that also towards the head. And then both knees into your chest and bring your bolster onto the right side or blankets. Spread your back into the floor again. Inhale and exhale, take both knees over to the right. Keep them up as high into the armpit as you can.
And then up, over, move your bolster to your other side. And rest the knees to the left. Full inhalation, breathing in and out through your nose. Full inhalation, full exhalation. And then bring the legs up and roll all the way over and go forward again one more time. Big toes together, knees apart. Just go without the bolster this time. And press the hips back away from the hands. Extend the hands forward. And then up to downward facing dog. And walk your hands in towards either way. Just come up to half Uttanasana. So hands to the wall. That's it, hands to the wall. And this is very similar to the concave back action in the forward bend. So spread the palms, keep the elbows resisting up. That's it. Bill, walk forward, further away, away, away. So that's as if you were sitting on the floor and the thighs were stuck onto the floor, and then the side waist lengthening. But now you're pressing the hips back, 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 and opening up between the side ribs. Really spread the fingers there away from each other. That's it. And then take the side ribs out of the armpits, back towards the hips, away from the wall. That's it. Keep the throat soft and outer armpits down to the ground. Outer deltoids, that's it, down to the ground. And take the outer edge of the shoulder blades up. So just flaring up a little bit like a manta ray there. So that should take the shoulder blades down into the back. Good. Keep the floating ribs up. And breathe. Full breath in, full breath out. And bring your hips back. As though someone had a belt around the tops of your thighs and was pulling that back, back, back. Okay, and come up, just have a rest. And then again, doing the same thing with your feet together. So standing, legs together. Spread the palms. And standing on the left leg, bring the right leg up and extend it back, back, back. That's it. Yes. Outer right hip down, inner right leg up, and press off the wall. So as long as you can be, take the back leg back. Yes, good. Very good. Inner thigh up, outer hip down, and step down like warrior three. And then bring the left leg up. Lift the inner leg up first. That's it. Outer leg down, outer hip down, and straighten the leg. Extend the heel back off the wall. That's it. Press the hands into the wall. Just turn the left buttock away from the right. That's it. Good. A little bit more. Keep the floating ribs up at the same time. And stepping down. Parsvottanasana now. So take your 2 bricks to use underneath your hands and have left leg back and right leg forward. Hands onto the waist. Inner legs lifting. Keep the inner heel of the right leg down, lift all the way up like we were doing the 2 straight lines from the inner heels to the inner thighs, lifting. Elbows in to bring the shoulder blades in. Inhale and exhale, extend forward. And just have your hands on your bricks. And go again for the back like we just did into the wall. So tops of the thigh bones back, outer edges of the shoulder blades up, floating ribs up, and lengthen the sternum forward. The top thighs as though someone had a belt, pulling them back to the wall. And then lengthen your navel out of your pubis, lengthen the sternum forward, long as you can be through the front of the waist. Breathe and soften any gripping there. Shoulders wide and back. And you can just stay there or walk the bricks a little further forward of the hand. Keep the length through the sternum. Forward of the foot, sorry. Then see if you can work them a little further forward again. Keep lengthening the sternum. Keep the right hip in. And just stay there, or if you can go further, take your head down towards your leg. But otherwise, just keep the hands on the brick. And then come up and change on the other leg. Left leg forward, right leg back. Hands on your waist. Inner legs lifting, elbows in towards each other. Lift your sternum. Inhale and exhaling, going forward. Hands onto the bricks. Good. Just take bricks too, Annette, so you're using bricks also. Inner heels to inner thighs. Have the bricks up on their high edge, Karen. Put them up high. So you can also then spread the palm, spread the wrist, extend the fingers forward. Shoulders wide. Good for the shoulders this way too. Inner legs lifting. Left hip in, top thighs back, navel out of the pubis. And concave the back. Keep the floating ribs up.
And then walk the bricks a little forward of the foot. Keep the length through the front waist. Back leg pressing back. And then walk forward again a little bit. And then you can go down if you want, otherwise just stay on the bricks is good. Then come up. Turn to face forward now, keep your bricks. Padottanasana. Hands on the waist, press your inner leg out against your outer leg. Spread the backs of the thighs, the buttock creases there. Lift the chest again, long as you can be, sides of the navel, sides of the pubis, all the way up to the sternum. And then exhaling, going forward. Hands onto the bricks, the same height, high bricks. And spread the wrist joint, extend the fingers, straighten the fingers out, widen across the top chest. Karen, straighten the fingers if you can. Be light on the bricks, so not too heavy. Collarbones wide. And flare the edge of the shoulder blade up. Inner thighs out. Top thighs back as though somebody's got belts around them, holding them back. Hold the thighs where they are. Walk the bricks forward. Keep the palms soft and spreading. Keep your breath moving. And walk them forward again. And then see if there's any more, if you can walk a little bit further. And stay on the bricks or take the hands between the feet and release the head down towards the floor. But keep it something you can do. Don't sort of go beyond where you're at. And then bring your head up, hands to your waist, and up. Good. And step the feet back together. Interlock your fingers. Inhaling, arms up. That's it. Inner heels all the way up to the tops of the thighs. Squeeze the hips together, lengthen the side waist. And down. Change the interlock of the fingers. Inhaling, arms up. And arms down. Just have your bricks again. Stand with the feet hip width apart, so it's just like Uttanasana. Hands on the bricks. And concave the back so the thoracic spine goes in, the sternum lengthens forward. Just watch you don't dig the floating ribs down too far. So still keep length in the lumbar spine. Throat soft. Extend the fingers, spread the wrists. Be light on the hands. And now walk the bricks over to the left. Try not to swing the hips. And walk them out away from you. And back in front, concave back again. And then over to the other side. Try to keep the hips where they are, pin them in place, and then walk the hands out as wide as you can. And then back to the center. Come up and take your legs wider again. Just bricks to one side now, I think. Inhale, lift up. Exhaling, going down. Hold on to the right ankle with the left hand and bring the right shoulder back. Lengthen the left elbow down towards the floor. Good. Excellent. And then onto the other side. Hold the left ankle with the right hand. And back to the center, hands to the waist, and come up again. Good. And Trikonasana now. So if everyone goes off the wall, left heel to the wall and right foot to the center. Lifting through the legs all the way up into the waist. So from the feet to the waist, bring that right arm up and then reach through those right side ribs as long as you can be and take your hand down. And top arm up. Just let the head follow the line of the spine. So from the back leg, from the back heel, extend the crown of the head. Top arm up as you're ready. And up, good. And change onto the other side. No. Actually, Annette will open it for you. Can you open it? Go quick, Annette. Go and do it so Karen can do it. Open your feet. Inhaling, bring your left arm up now. Just bring the floating ribs again back into the body a little. Exhale, reach out. Lengthen through the leg, that's it. Open the chest. Top arm up towards the ceiling. Feel from the feet through to the waist, through the sides of the waist. Bring the left shoulder back a little. Turn the left side ribs forward. Left shoulder folded down the back. And turn the left side ribs forward. Bring the floating ribs back a little. Inhale, come up. And change once again onto the other side. Good. Open up your feet. Inhaling, bring the right arm up. So lift up from the pubis. Good. Sides of the navel up. Just keep those floating ribs back, Narelle, softening. Inhale and exhale. Try to keep that as you go. Extend out. Good. Lift out of the knee. Deepen that right thigh crease now. So take that right, bring the right buttock into your right groin to open up the inner thigh. And top arm up. Knees up. Try to deepen that right thigh crease and bring the right groin, right buttock in. And come up. And change onto the other side. Knees up, thighs up. Inhale, left arm up. And exhaling, extend out over the thigh bone. And take your hand down. Good. And top arm up. So feet into the floor. Feel from the inner heel to the inner thigh. Lift the inner knee up out of the inner left heel. And inhale, come up. Good. And now take a chair each. And just sitting on your chair. Take one, two. Sitting on your chair. Have a bolster handy as well within reach. And sitting down, first of all, with your heels just directly underneath your knees. So we're going to do a bit more forward bends, but turn around this way, Bill. And lift up into the top chest. Inhale and exhale. Just go lengthening out over your thighs. And breathing into your back. Breathing in and out through your nose, letting the sides of the back spread away from each other. And then lift up your navel and turn. Keep the back flat, but lie the navel out over your right thigh. Keep the right knee over the right foot, over the right heel. And breathe again. back to the center, and then lift and lengthen out over the left. And then back over the center again. And then take your left elbow outside your right knee and hold on to the back of the chair and turn. Keep the waist nice and long, side to the navel, lengthening and turning. And then back to the front. Inhale and exhaling the other way. Sternum nice and long now. Bring the left shoulder back and back and back. And lengthen the sternum out of the hips. Both side ribs too, all the way up to the armpits, opening. And then back over your legs. And sitting up. Interlock the fingers and take the arms up. Bring the arms down and straighten out your left leg. Keep your right leg bent. Hold on to the back of the chair here to help you do the concave back. Lift the sternum up. Keep softening that left thigh down, down, down. Inhale, lift the sternum so long as you can be. Sides of the pubis, sides of the navel, sternum, chin. And then you can go forward or stay on the chair, whatever works for you. Hold the foot. Inhale and exhale and then go forward. Lift the elbows up, lengthen the side chest forward. Good. And changing. Change the interlock first, sorry. Change the interlock of the fingers, lift up. And down, and then straighten out your right leg. Hold on to the chair and lift the sternum from the base of the spine all the way up, chin up. Inhale and exhale, hold your foot, still do the same, concave back. Then inhale and exhale and going forward. Elbows up. Just stay there, stay there. I just want to have a look at you. Stay there. Elbows up. Lift the elbows. Lengthen the side ribs forward. And up you come. Good. And then take your bolster onto the knees. Bolster on the legs. Just be sitting enough on the chair so it doesn't get very uncomfortable. And then inhale and exhaling. Hold your feet, concave back first. And then forward.
sit down in front of your chair now. We're going to do Triangle Paccapata Paschimottanasana. So lay out your mat again. Have a chair in front of you so you can go rest your forehead on your chair. We'll use the brick for today. So sitting with the left buttock bone on the brick and bend the right leg into Virasana. Hands beside the hips and lift up tall again, that same concave back, length through the sides of the waist, the front of the waist. Legs down and reach the arms up. Inhale and exhaling, going forward. Hold on to the top of the chair. And you can then push the chair away from you. And take your hands to your feet, or keep the hands on the chair. And press the right thigh down. Good. Just bring the chair closer, David, and hold on to the back, the sides of the chair or the back of the chair. Yep, and Bill, you too. Bring the chair closer. Hold on to the sides or the back of the chair. You could have a blanket on the seat of the chair. Don't try to build the head height towards your head. Don't reach your head down. So put your bolster, David, on your chair. Spread the ball of the left foot. Press the top of the left thigh down, down, down. Don't have the right side supported. Only the left side is supported. Both thighs down. Okay. And come up. And change. So right leg straight, left leg bent. Ooh, sounds like Dulwich Hill is partying out there. And again, hands beside the hips, thighs down and lift. And bring the arms up. Inhale and exhale, go forward. If your lower back is comfortable enough, that looks really good actually, Narelle. That length is really nice. If you can go further, you can use your bolster across your leg and go forward. Soften this room. And come up. Sit in Dandasana, so both legs straight.
Hands beside the hips. You can have height underneath the hips if you need it. So Bill, yep. Better off to sit on the bolster, I think, Bill. You've got more width there. That's it. Hands down. Lift up from the pubis again through to the chest. And then Upavista, take the legs wide. Bring the chair over your leg. It's hard to get your chair. You got to keep everything in hand's reach. You need very long arms. And back sacrum in, possibly even more height for you, David, too. Try sitting on the bolster, maybe. Keep the inner thighs down. Lift up. Again, just one more time, take the arms up. Lift out of the legs. Stick the legs down into the floor. And lift the side waist. And then bring your right elbow forward. So we're going to do a twist lying over the right leg. So bring the right elbow forward, hold the chair, left arm up, and hold the back of the chair, and then turn. Use that to keeping the thigh bone down. Lift the side waist and turn the chair. Keep breathing. Good. Keep the back of the knee down. Lengthen the left side ribs again. Open them one away from the other. Full breath in. Full breath out. Bring the right shoulder blade more in underneath you as you go. And lengthen the sternum. Lift out of the hips. And up. Good. And onto the other leg. So when you bring the left elbow forward, that brings the left shoulder blade with it. And so left shoulder blade in underneath you. Keep the right thigh down, right toes facing to the ceiling. And stay on the inner edge of the left thigh. And lengthen and turn. That's it, good. Backs of the legs down, good. Lift the sternum towards the chair, towards the head. And very nice. Back over the right knee. This time we're just going to turn over the right leg. Hold the chair and concave your back again. Keep the inner right thigh down. Inhale and exhale, go forward now. Both hands to your feet if you can reach. Just head on the chair. Keep the left inner thigh also down. And changing onto the other side. Good. Center the buttock bones turn. Hold the chair for the concave back. Lift up. Inhale and exhale. Extend forward. And up. And just take your bolster once again. Sit on the height. So if you're already sitting on a bolster, grab another bolster. And going forward again over the bolster. So the bolster is along your legs. Yep. It's a nice support for the back if the bolster is along the leg. This is another good way to address anxiety. And up you can, unless you get anxious about forward bends, of course, then it's all. And just lie down on your back now. Oh, actually, since we're so attached to the chair, let's use the chair again. Put it to the wall, and we'll do Chaturpadasana with the legs on the chair, feet on the seat of the chair. Holding on to the front legs of the chair, keep the shoulders nice and wide, and up you go. And go up and down a few times. That's it, good. See if you can hold your chair, Narelle, get in closer to the chair, move your hips closer to the chair. Hold the front legs of the chair. Yep, good. That's it. Outer knees in towards each other. Excellent. Very nice. Okay. And shoulder stand. So take your blankets, and yep, 4 blankets. You can keep your chair for halasana if you want it. That's it. You'll need 2 of those. David? 2 of the cushions, one next door to each other. Turn them the other way. And your 4 blankets, or give yourself an extra blanket even, maybe, because it's morning, might be a bit stiffer than usual. And then just put this smooth. Where are you going? That's it. And feet over your head to halasana. Just turn around, Narelle, the other way. Bring your mat out, coming out from the wall. That's it. Into halasana. Good. Lift up the hips when you're there. And then turn your blankets round this way. So you'll go head into the center and feet towards. That's it. And just move them this way a little bit more so you have room for yourself. Good. That's very nice. So broaden, spread the trapezius muscle at the back of the shoulders, widen it out. Lengthen the elbows away from you, yes. Keep the inner edge of the elbow down. And shoulder blades up and into the back ribs. And up you go. Soften the throat. Lift the side waist up, lift the hips up. And up you go, David, legs up now. Try to lift from the right shoulder to the right foot, from the left shoulder to the left foot. Lift the front thighs up out of the hips. Draw the back thigh down to the buttock crease, like you're kind of tucking that back thigh down into the buttock. Soften the face, the throat. Keep softening the throat as you go. Good. And Narelle, lift from the inner ankle to the inner heel as well. You've got good, yeah. Inner corner of the eye down towards the back of the head. Outer corner of the eye towards the temples. And lift the side ribs up out of the armpits. Lift your left foot towards the ceiling. Inhale and exhale. Bring the right leg down. Outer right hip lifting. Right side waist lifting. Really straighten the legs as straight as they can be. Yep. Outer right hip up. Keep the hip up and bring the foot down as far as you can. Inhale up. Now hold the right leg rock solid. Inner ankle to the inner heel. Exhaling, bring the left leg down. Lift the outer left hip up. Open the back of the knee. Open the head of the calf. Inhale up. Turn the right leg out. And exhaling, right leg out to the side, but hold the right side ribs up. Hold the right hip up. Very good. Yes, extend all the way from the hip to the foot. Inhale up. Turn the left leg out. Reinforce left shoulder, left side ribs lifting. Exhaling, left leg out to the side. Inhale up. And soles of your feet together, knees apart. Just bring the shins as close to the thighs as you can. Lift the thighs up out of the hips. That's it, good. And take the knees wide. Yes, good. And then pressing your feet together, lift up like you're pulling a string from the sides of the spine all the way up to the feet. And again, inner ankle to the inner heel. Yeah. The ball of the foot is up, but it's just a little bit higher than the heel. And then slowly, under control, keep the hips up as you bring the legs down. And slip off your belts. And roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. And then just stay there for a minute and then just keep your feet. Whee! Slide towards your head. Come this, Narelle, stay where you are, on your back. Just go back. And then just slide your head towards me. Keep going till your shoulders on the ground and stop. And knees together. Keep your feet bent. Feet wide, knees together. So the sacrum can spread. And then roll over onto your right side. And everyone, Seda Bandha, like Annette is doing here. So Seda Bandha, bolster under your chest, feet into the wall. And then now you can come up, Annette. Blanket for your head as well. You can put the belt around the top thighs.
Had trouble with my back with this.
Put the chair across and rest your calves on the seat of the chair. So put that over or put the bolster under the chair. Yep, anyone else have trouble with their lower back in this one?
hop up so you're ready to help. Feet into the wall, yep. So you'll just need one blanket under your head, some folded blankets to support the feet or bricks underneath the feet so that you've got some support there. Yep, go, off you go. And have your feet the same height as the hips, so whatever. And no, David, I was thinking you can still do it on the bolster, so you still get the chest opening, but put more blankets on the seat of the chair, or you actually put your shoulder stand pads on the seat of the chair. So, because it's nice to open the chest after the forward bends, otherwise we can get a little too introspective sometimes, and put the bolster the other way, lengthwise. Yep. And now put it under the chair. So you still want to have your shoulders on the ground. And you want to have the chest open, so you might find you need to pull it out a bit. But you can do that when you're lying down too. And Annette, can you help pull his chair a little bit more towards his hips? And Narelle, you've just got to move your bolster to the wall a little bit more. So the back of the head comes down flat onto the ground. And the shoulders are flat on the ground. And give him a belt, Annette, around his thighs. Put a belt around David's thighs. The back of the neck should be flat, shoulders on the ground, and let the chest just gets open by the bolster. And then let the breath come into that space that's created. And then just let the rim of the pelvis, David, settle down into the bolster, so the top of the back of the hip. Let the abdomen be soft. That's good. And just with each exhalation, softening the throat a little bit more. Can you check if any of that stuff, can you go back, how old it is? Start putting it back. And then at home, if you want to, you can stay there, and then you could do legs up the wall, and then you could do Shavasana as well if you've got a bit of time. Otherwise, bend your knees and slide your hips off the bolster. Just lie flat on your back for a minute. Is that okay, David? And then at home, of course, you can stay there a bit longer if you want to, in which case I'll say goodbye now and thank you. And otherwise, bend the knees and roll over onto your right side.